to Charm School for Accountants. I'm Bruce Alexander. I'll be your guide on this very enlightening journey. You know, the journey to your best self is one of the most satisfying you can take. When you deliberately acquire desirable personal and professional qualities, you become more of who you are. And because the qualities you gain are ones you consider valuable, you appreciate yourself more. You have better self-esteem and others can see it. You know, wholesome self-esteem combined with a genuine outward focus is a very likable combination, and tilting your personality towards ways of thinking and doing that didn't just come to you naturally gives you a wider mental horizon and more choices in work and life. This course will certainly achieve that for you. How do I know? Well, I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to speak at academic and management conferences in 6 countries, not to talk about somebody else's ideas on creativity and communication, to talk about my own. And I've seen what happens when high potential leaders equip their thinking style and their personality with the skills I've developed. But how did I come to be talking to CFOs and financial executives? Well, it started with a course I taught at Sydney University, which introduced me to a group of highly gifted master's candidates from overseas. Most of them were, or were becoming, well, you've guessed already, accountants. Now, accountants like statisticians, mathematicians, and actuaries have a head for numbers we humanities thinkers could only dream about. But is there a typical accountant's personality? Now, no accountant jokes please, the question is serious. You might say accountants reflect the whole spectrum of human personality types. Extroverted, sparky, funny, cheerful, sociable, positive, likable, optimistic, witty, endearing, charming and inspiring. You might say when an accountant walks in, they light up the room. Or that some of the great speeches in history were made by accountants. But I don't think you believe that. If we talk about the accountants of the world, not just the accountants you know, a particular personality type emerges. Now, accountants are, by definition, analytical. That's an aptitude, but analytical can become a personality type. And now let me be controversial. I do not believe the analytical personality is the best personality for accountants to have. It doesn't do you any favours. Sure, it works at intermediate level, if you want to spend the rest of your career staring at a screen. Rising to leadership level in financial disciplines requires you to relate to, be liked by, gain the respect of leaders from very different disciplines with totally different mental perspectives. Charm School for Accountants, then, is the solution to the problem of the analytical personality. You could call it an intensive course in soft skills, but that's ironic. Some of them are quite hard to master. There is nothing soft about this course. But you'll be motivated because you'll see the difference your new skills make to how you perform and how others relate to you. And you'll pick up speed as you go because the early skills equip you to master the subsequent, more challenging ones. Now, the course is divided into 3 parts, each with 4 target skills. Part 1 is being believable, skills that boost your personal credibility. Part 2, being persuasive, skills for winning the room to your point of view. Part 3, being influential, a change maker, an opinion leader to a much larger audience. Let me touch briefly on part 1, the 4 key skills that build personal credibility. Here, you'll take control of the first impression you create when people meet you. This is important because a convincing first impression favourably influences people's perception of what you say or do next. You'll also acquire the ability to connect and communicate visually, sound more convincing, and be truly interactive. Listen, if you only gain these 4 skills, and abandon the course after part 1, you'll have a more engaging personality. People will listen to you more because you're likeable and interesting to talk to. These outcomes alone are career and personal assets. You'll wonder why you didn't acquire them sooner. And they're only the beginning. So let's not delay a moment longer. I'm ready when you are.